Hey guys, thanks so much for joining me today. I wanted to talk to you about, I know what will be a controversial subject. I'm going to be talking about how porn hurts your marriage and doesn't help it. Hey there, sorry it is just so dark in my house outside and stuff today, so the video quality is going to be pretty poor. I'll probably have to walk around a little bit trying to find, say, the best lighting for my scope today because, like I said, it's just really poor lighting in here. So I did want to talk to you for a couple of minutes about a post that I wrote earlier today on my website, and you can check me out. If you're the first time here, I am the owner of lovehopeadventure.com, and I blog about the marriage relationship, tips on how to be closer to your spouse, and how to grow a deeper relationship. And I do some other things like crafting, gifts, DIY projects and stuff. But the heartbeat of that website is about marriage. And today I wanted to talk to you for a few minutes about a controversial subject. I do a lot of reading about marriage, and I write a lot of articles, and I write for a lot of different websites. And I will tell you that the biggest thing that I see is just this acceptance of porn in marriage, in anything, whether it's just like for your own sexual pleasure, if you are having self-sex, this is something that is very popular as well. It's this concept of self-love. Loving yourself means looking at porn, discovering your sexuality, and things like that. And while I don't think there's anything wrong with discovering your sexuality or understanding that you're a sexual being, I am not okay with some of these things that I'm reading and hearing. I don't think that self-love necessarily means sexual pleasure by yourself, sex with yourself. And another concept that I'm seeing a lot of is that porn is healthy. And I really struggle with that. See, I think that there's this thing that keeps happening on the internet, okay? And I can say this because I am a writer, and I write for a lot of websites. I'm a ghostwriter for some. I get to put my name on others. But I'm going to tell you what happens in the world of the internet is that somebody reads one thing, and then they write about it on their own website, and it seems to be the same exact thing. So what a lot of writers will do, especially for some of these bigger blogs, is they will just search out a topic, see what everyone has to say, and basically just regurgitate that onto their own websites. So as if it wasn't already this idea that everyone looks at porn and everybody does this in their relationship, now we got a bunch of bloggers who are just throwing that on to every single article about how to spice things up in your marriage or in your sex life. And it's wrong. Completely wrong. There is an organization called Fighting the New Drug, and they have called porn the new drug. And this is a drug that is affecting everyone of every age group and every gender. This is no longer a problem that predominantly men deal with. This is a problem that everyone deals with. Men, women, everyone. Children, too. They are getting to see this so much earlier in life now than what they ever could have. And it is devastating. So there's a couple of things that you need to know about porn. And you can read my article today. It is on lovehopeadventure.com. It's the first article that I have posted. I called it, Not Everyone is Doing It. You need to stop believing the lies about porn. It's not healthy. It's not healthy for you as an individual. It's certainly not healthy for those in a relationship. And here's a couple of reasons why. First of all, porn is very addictive. It has the same things occur in your brain that any other addictive habit does. So it releases chemicals that make you feel good when you do it, but then you have to do it again. And it causes, like every addiction, it causes you to need more and more and more and desire more. There's a big problem in the porn industry with violence. Violence has become such a huge thing in that industry because of the outcry of the viewers and followers, because they want more of that. And that happens on screen. And not all of it is theatrics. This is hurting the actors and actresses involved. You can actually go on my website. I have posted a couple of links to the organization that has done interviews with people who have been in the porn industry, and they're talking about how they've basically just had to lie to their followers and say that they love what they do, but really they hated it and they wanted to get out. So porn is addictive to you as a viewer. It's also devastating to the people involved in it, mentally, emotionally. And porn also causes a lot of other mental issues. It causes depression. Whether or not people who are depressed go to look at porn, or if they get depressed because of porn, the research hasn't quite figured that out yet, but they do know the two things are hand in hand. That people who are looking at porn also have lower self-esteem. And it just does a lot to you mentally as a person. It also affects relationships. It affects your marriage relationship, absolutely. I know that a lot of couples will look at porn together. This is devastating to your marriage. I think that, especially as porn has become more and more acceptable, people are trying to figure out ways to say, okay, I'm going to figure out how to be okay with my spouse looking at porn, so why don't we do this together? It'll be great for us. It's terrible for you because it replaces that intimate act with just something that is selfish. When you're viewing porn, it's all about your pleasure, and that's not what sex and marriage is about. Sex within marriage is about pleasing one another as a husband and a wife, not as me just getting my needs met and that's it. There's also just the fantasy aspect of porn. The things that you see in there, most of it is 100% not real, or if it is, maybe they're actually doing those things, it doesn't feel good. So in real sex, things are very different when you're actually in the bed. And from what I understand, it's theatrics. So there's lots of noises and sounds, and in real sex, you don't make all that. So it damages your relationship with one another because of the perception of what sex is supposed to really be like. And it also affects our society. This is huge, guys. There is something called sex trafficking, and people are being put into that industry against their own will. They are being exploited. Our society is getting we're just going downhill because of this industry. Something that I have known to be a huge problem, especially, say, on Instagram, with texting. I'm sure that Snapchat, this was a big deal with this too. I know Periscope is going to have this problem. You've got all these younger kids getting on, kids, teenagers, whatever, and they are undressing in front of the camera. They have cell phones, and they have no parental supervision. And when I used to run Instagram accounts for one of my clients, you would not believe the amount of child porn that I scrolled across on Instagram. There is hashtags for first boob pics. The people, our children, our teenagers, they are affected by this. If we as adults say it's perfectly normal and healthy for everyone to look at porn, then why wouldn't kids think that it's okay for them to undress? And our teenagers. And they are doing things that one day they're going to regret. Another issue that we're dealing with is that there's revenge porn. So what happens is you send a picture or video of yourself in confidence to your boyfriend or girlfriend. You guys break up, and you know what they do? They have access to all of that, and some people are releasing that stuff out to the public without that person's information or without their knowledge. So in that porn industry, whether it's home porn or in the marketing itself, it is exploiting people. It's damaging lives. It is damaging people. And there's nothing healthy about it. So today, I just wanted to say to people, stop believing the lies that porn is healthy. I'm so tired of reading that online. I read this in so many articles. It's like it goes without even question anymore. If I pull up an article that says how to have better sex or tips for spicing things up, porn is like number 1 or number 2 on the list, followed by masturbating. And I think So in order to have better sex with my spouse, I'm supposed to stop putting attention on them and put it on myself or over here. Book is called 25 Questions You're Afraid to Ask About Love, Sex, and Intimacy by Julie Slattery. I don't know if you can see this. I am giving away a copy of that book on my website. You can go sign up for that. You're going to see that post is the second post on the website right now. There is a way for you to sign up for it, be entered into the drawing, and I am going to announce that winner on December the 22nd. So you have up until then to sign up. I'm also going to host another giveaway. I'll probably start that giveaway in a few weeks as soon as I get the information about it. But I've got a couple of really exciting things happening on the blog. I'm glad that you joined me today. Thanks so much for sticking with me. I know this Periscope was just a little bit longer than I normally do, but I think this is a very, very important topic, and you can learn more about that organization I was talking about, fightingthenewdrug.org, on my website at Love, Hope, Adventure. And thank you so much, Jason, for saying that. We thank you for following, being a part, and I will talk with you guys tomorrow, hopefully around the same time.